Good day, everyone. So before we begin, please take note of the community post. Right, so the best event in Genshin Impact just happened, and not a lot of people paid attention to it. You'll find a lot of the big Genshin content creators that love their 4-star only with 4-star weapons kind of, little spiel that they run. None of them covered this event in any sort of way, which is disappointing because I loved it. I loved this event so much. You can see I've got my C6 half-5 triple crowned waifus, Yaimiko, Raiden, yes, even a triple crowned Kujosara, and I am just having so much fun. There's no food, none of that nonsense, there's no co-op help, it's just me and what I presume to be an 8 million, 9 million HP Primo Geovishap that we are just having so much fun with. And by the way, this is a no damage run. In other words, every single attack is iframed and dodged, and it really shows you that if you understand spacing and how to use Raiden and Yai correctly, it's so much fun, guys. I've enjoyed it. I love combat events like these where I can really use my units extensively, and it's all about how I'm playing. It's not just about standing in a stupid Bennett circle within minus 30% rest so that we can sell the Arlecchino character. It's none of that nonsense. It's just pure the enemy and you and having a good time. I can see how my C6 Raiden is accelerating burst cooldowns. I can see how C4 Yai is boosting the entire team's attack, which obviously also feeds into the spread damage and what Nahida is doing and what Raiden's doing. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's enough of me kind of showing off and gawking. Let's talk about this for real now. So, as you guys can see, suddenly it is incredibly easy for Genshin Impact to add in a system like this that enables you to revisit old bosses in the overworld. It gives you a reason to build artifacts because you can up the difficulty slide and see how far you can go, and your entire journey in Genshin Impact just feels that much more alive. It's not, oh, here is the Spiral Abyss for 12 and use Bennett Impact or Circle Impact and try and beat it. You suddenly now need to really think of different strategies. There comes a point where even the beloved Xiangling will struggle against a boss like this even at the highest difficulty because he zips around and your little Pyronator won't be able to break his shield that easily. That's the fun, that's the excitement that this gives. And I wish Genshin would have implemented a system like this a long time ago for all of the bosses in the overworld and make it unlockable and an optional activity once someone gets 36 stars in his Spiral Abyss, just because, well, if you don't do it then the F2P players are going to complain and whatever, and make the rewards notional, like for instance give us more artifact like EXP and stuff like that, whatever. There are many ways to reward and incentivize stuff, but for me it's just the fact that I've got something to do with my characters, my C6 characters, and even on my other account that's like more normal and C0-ish, I can still use these bosses as a good benchmark, which makes it so much more easier to say, okay, this is my goal, this is where I want to get to, and it just allows me to put out a variety of content. It's the kind of thing that I would have loved content creators to get on and to say, hey Hoya, we want more of this, our communities love watching this. Because if you have to stream on Twitch, you can show your audience gameplay like this, you can show them the Spiral Abyss, and suddenly Genshin Impact is far more replayable, which of course plays into the longevity of the game. And if you bring out unique bosses, well, then you can bring out unique characters without encroaching on the existing game, etc, etc. The point being is, I love this event. I don't know why more people are not talking about it. Yes, the presentation of it in that the most difficult mode seems to be well only could put off a lot of people, but to me, this is the potential that the game could desperately need.